Boxing is known for being a very serious and brutal sport, where two opponents do not want to show any sign of weakness to the other. But every now and then we get treated to some comical moments. From hilarious press conferences to post-fight interviews, here are the top 10 funniest moments in boxing. Before we get started, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell. That way you'll never miss a future upload. Number 10. Lennox Lewis and Hasim Rahman. In a moment that ended in sheer chaos after Lewis got offended by Rahman questioning his sexuality, he felt the need to defend himself by telling the cameras that he is a woman's man.
I'm 100% woman's man, so don't even play that. If you're worried about that, bring your sister, bring anyone. No.
This obviously didn't go down too well, and what follows can only be compared to a schoolyard fight, where both fighters end up smashing the entire studio in seconds. It's hard not to laugh as the boxers are locked in a clinch, bouncing off everything they come in contact with. I think we can all agree that when family members get brought into a disagreement, things are going to get a hell of a lot worse. Number 9. Larry Holmes. Like a scene from the Jerry Springer Show, this moment is too absurd to be real, but it is. Trevor Berbick had complained that Larry Holmes had kicked and punched him. Moments later, the cameras caught Holmes flying through the air to deliver a dropkick right into Berbick. Both fighters then vanished into the crowd of security that struggled to pull the two men apart. The cameraman who caught this moment deserves a hell of a lot of credit, as he must have spotted Larry on the trunk and quickly positioned himself to film the entrance we'd expect to see in the WWE. Number 8. Tyson Fury refuses a face-off. Tyson Fury is a boxer known for his hilarious antics and clown-like personality. In this face-off against the very stern-looking David Haye, Tyson was on top form as he joked with the audience about how scared he was of his opponent.
You'll have to excuse me, I'm not willing to do a face-off, as David Haye scares me when he looks at me, so I'm not willing to do it. Maybe later on another time and date, but I don't really want to do a face-off because I don't want him to see the fear in my eyes. That's why I've got my sunglasses on.
What makes this moment even funnier is Haye's death glare that only provokes more mocking from the Gypsy King. Do you think David Haye was the bigger person in this exchange, or was he taking things a little too seriously? We'd love to know your thoughts in the comments section below. Number 7. James Toney, Burger King baby. In one of the most hilarious interviews ever broadcast, James Toney was only too keen to express his birthday plans after beating Mike McCallum. When asked what he was going to do, he screamed, "Burger King, baby!"
Now I'm finally gonna go home and enjoy it with some Burger King. Here I go, baby! Burger King! Burger King! Yo! And talk to Bob Bear, cause he's my man.
After showing off his sharpshooting abilities in the ring, he had definitely earned himself a whopper by whooping McCallum. Fortunately, Toney didn't make a habit of eating burgers, else he would have become the type of heavyweight that a boxer doesn't want to be. Number 6. Broner dances. Adrien Broner is possibly the biggest trash talker in boxing, with his showboating and boastful antics infamous within the sport. Well, in this fight against Eloy Perez, the cocky fighter showed off just a few of his moves, as he literally danced around his opponent. Is this just Broner acting like a clown in the ring to make people laugh, or is it a clever way of psyching out or frustrating Perez to the point of making mistakes? Whatever the reason, Broner certainly has a backup career if boxing doesn't work out. Number 5. Norman Stoney Stone. There's nothing more embarrassing than when a parent tries to fight your battles for you. Well, John Ruiz was in a similar situation when his former trainer Norman Stoney Stone wasn't shy about expressing his feelings toward the referee of a fight. While he wraps Ruiz's gloves, the mics clearly pick up the barrage of hate coming out of Norman's mouth. Remarkably, the referee stayed calm and collected, although inside, he probably thought about taking his frustrations out on Ruiz to get his own back on the mouthy trainer. Number 4. Sergey Guliakevich punches himself. To take one punch to the face is bad enough, but to have two fists hit you at the very same time is just plain awful luck. Well, that is precisely what happened to Sergey Guliakevich when he faced Redkach in the final round of their fight. So how did Sergey take two punches at the same exact time? Well, one came from his opponent, and the other came from himself. Whether slippery gloves or a great level of clumsiness was responsible, the incident made for one hilarious moment. Number 3. Fury vs Wallin. Of course, funny man Tyson Fury had to get another mention on this list. In this stare down with Otto Wallin, it is clear from the start that Tyson isn't taking the whole thing very seriously. It results in Fury shrinking down to Wallin's height to highlight the size difference, much to the amusement of the audience and press. Does Tyson Fury's attitude add a little lightheartedness to a typically serious sport, or does he just come across as arrogant? We would love to know your thoughts in the comments section below. Number 2. Derek Chizora. Everyone loves a good analogy, but in this interview with Derek Chizora and Dillian Whyte, it seems that Chizora didn't quite get the response he was looking for. The clip comes from a studio interview prior to the Whyte vs Chizora rematch that was aired on the 22nd of December 2018. After comparing himself to a laxative, Chizora tells Whyte that he is going to go straight through him.
It's like this, man. Have you ever taken those pills, the laxative pills? You know, the ones you take, you pop, and you wait for 20 minutes, you go to the toilet, and they go through you? I'm gonna go through this man.
The stunned look on Whyte's face says it all, and only adds to the hilarious moment.
Weird analogy.
Everybody knew exactly what I was talking about. I'm gonna go through this guy.
And finally, at number 1, Mike Tyson, I broke my back. After earning a stunning victory against Clifford Etienne in 2003, Mike Tyson gave an interview where he said that his trainer had advised him against entering the ring. But why was he unfit to fight? Because he had broken his back.
Were you really sick this week? What was the problem?
I broke my back.
What do you mean by that?
My back is broken.
What, a vertebrae or what portion?
Spinal.
What dedication and fantastic painkillers Mike Tyson must have. This wasn't the first time that Iron Mike had come out with a hilarious line during an interview, but it is arguably the best. And that concludes our list of the 10 funniest moments in boxing. Are there any moments that stick out in your mind that we did not include in today's video? Let us know in the comments section below, and they could make it into a future top 10. Don't forget, if you've enjoyed this video, please support the channel by giving it a thumbs up. If you would like to watch more videos just like this one, make sure you hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell. And as ever, thanks for watching.